Welcome everybody, my name is Michael and today we're discussing very quick about cryptocurrency, the state of the markets, enjoying myself a Romeo e Julieta today. Beautiful, beautiful taste. So let's begin. Bitcoin dropped, obviously a whole market has dropped over the past week, but over the past 24 hours, more specifically 12 hours ago, Bitcoin has jumped up a little bit. It's not a ginormous jump, but it is something, and it's over $43,000 right now. Also, for the better part of a week, Cardano ADA, it was kind of just chilling, and then it moved up, and everything's kind of in a little bit of a better position than it was yesterday. Dogecoin is now at number 10. It's not going to jump down to number 11, at least not for a while, because there's around a $14 billion difference. Avalanche is number 11 right now, but it could be beat by Uniswap. Uniswap's been in the top 15 for a while, but Uniswap jumped up 20%, 21% over the past 24 hours. And now I think there's around $100 million difference, very tiny difference between the number 11 spot and number 12 spot, Avalanche and Uniswap. They might swap a little bit. Solana is chilling. A lot of these coins are staying put. Huobi token has had a pretty rough past 7 days. It's down more than 50%, but that's because of the news over what's happening in Southeast Asia. It's not just China, but there have been some bad news all around. Some exchanges are getting hit hard by regulation, and this is just a pattern that's going to continue for very many years. In China, the ban on cryptocurrencies, we've seen this many times before. Supposedly this time it's going to be more intense, where it's a complete ban on cryptocurrencies, but again, it doesn't mean much. Every veteran trader is kind of just rolling their eyeballs at this one. And right now, historically, September, it's almost over. We're jumping into October. Historically, September is a little bit of a rough month, but October, November, and December are the deciding factors. And based on what could happen over the next week or the next 2 weeks, we could have an absolutely green, absolutely amazing October where Bitcoin hits up to 50,000, or it might not be so great. And we're kind of in a weird spot right now. It could be the end. It could be a great time to short right now, or there could be a pretty big pump that's going to be coming up. It's not going to be huge. It's not going to be record breaking, but something to get up $3,000-$4,000. We've seen this many times with Bitcoin before. It might just be enough excitement that you might have a couple good news stories, a couple rumors, a couple big whales trading, whatever is enough to move the market. You don't need much at this point. The greed could come back, and before you know it, would be in the 50,000s, and we could be eyeing $60,000 before we hit November, before we hit Thanksgiving, maybe even $70,000. But again, it could go either way at this point. Ethereum is having a pretty decent time right now. It's staying put. It's above $3,000. It was at $2,000 not too long ago. That was half the price it was at its peak. Actually, even worse, because its peak was $4,400, so it was at $2,000. Now it's about $3,000, so it's in a much better position. This year we had a lot of outs. We had a lot of people who already knew about cryptocurrency, and they didn't just want to hold Bitcoin. They wanted to have a little bit of fun with DeFi. And in order to do that, well, the number one thing that people are going to be learning about is Ethereum. They want to purchase NFTs. They want to go into DeFi. They're going to be getting wrapped Ethereum, innate Ethereum. Obviously, you can go into other alts, but I'm talking about new people, new investors, companies that don't want to be taking on too much risk, but they want to have a little bit of fun. This is the way to go. Obviously, with the Ethereum 2.0, it's a little bit slow with the updates right now, but always some good news. It's a little bit of a tough position, but I'm not losing hope. I'm remaining bullish long term. Again, this is just coming from a random Joe who's just making videos in his car. I believe in cryptocurrency, and I don't care what happens over the next few months. Even if we do prepare for a crash, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Even if we fall into a crash, the point is not to make money for the next 6 months and get out next year, next 2 years. No, we're in this for the long run, guys, the next 5-10 years. If you're dollar cost averaging, it's something to think about. Maybe you're diversifying from REITs or from stocks or from your 401k. You've got a normal paying job. You're not hurting. As long as you're not putting in more than a comfortable amount, whatever that is for you, whether that's 5%, 10%. Maybe you're able to put 25% in. Maybe you already have a paid off house, paid off car. You've got a big savings account. You're getting worried about inflation, so you put more money into crypto each month. That's good. Hey, man, 2030 is going to be an amazing time for cryptocurrency. It's going to make a lot of us rich, as long as we're not silly, as long as we're not making ginormous mistakes. But I'm hopeful for the end of September. We're only a few days away. My plan right now for the next few months, make as much as I can. I'm going to have a pretty good paycheck coming in this Friday. Might put a little bit of that into cryptocurrency, just going with dollar cost averaging, and we'll see where it goes. I'm not in a position to be putting in too much money right now. I'll let you know why in the future. I've got something coming up, actually. It's going to be pretty exciting over the next few months. It's also pretty stressful. Can't say too much. It's going to be a little bit expensive, but oh man, it's going to be worth it. And 2022, I'm excited. It's going to be a fun year. So, two possibilities. Either we go down, or we have a pretty bad September and suddenly October's a green month, or maybe it's kind of and then November's an amazing month, and December's like wow, and then January, just historically speaking, January could be a pretty tough time. It could be brutal in the markets, but there's a lot that can happen for 2022. So get excited, stay safe. Possible pump, maybe. If you see YouTubers who are saying, oh my god, a huge pump incoming, well, ooh, a Rolls Royce, man, that looked good. That looked good. Yeah, that's a king right there. If you see YouTubers getting super excited, I mean, that's all right, you know, but don't believe all the hype. There's a lot of good benefits to cryptocurrency. It is revolutionary, but it's not going to change the world as much as you think. It could change your life though, as long as you're responsible. So keep that in mind. And guys, I want to thank you for coming in on today's video. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you guys as always tomorrow. In and out. Bye.